You know I got sent here special. Just for you.
Well, you brought all your friends with you?
I thought you might miss having an audience. I was trying to be thoughtful. Like on pay-per-view. 25 quid. Watch me plump your face!
Well, I guess I'm gonna lose then.
Oh, don't be like that. Here, I got a tip for you. Don't let no one get this close. There he is. The world's most notorious fighter, Dalton. Put her there. There's something wrong with you. Me too.
Lex, this is serious. Are you a cop or what? We need help.
I sent 2 cars already, Al. It's the best I could do.
What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television. I want to thank all of you for stopping by, liking, commenting, sharing, all of that beautiful YouTube stuff. I hope that today is the day we earn that subscription, because only together can we go straight to the moon, baby. And that only works is if you interact with us through the algorithm. Now, today I'm going to be getting into a movie review that I recently watched. And if you check us out, you can see that we did a retro review of this movie sometime back. And that was, or is currently, our highest viewed video, creeping in at 20,000 views. And that movie is Roadhouse. But we're not going to be talking about the one with Patrick Swayze in it today. We're going to be talking about Roadhouse, the movie that came out in 2024, starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor. So let's get into it, actually. Roadhouse, like I said, came out this year, or this version came out this year, starring Jake Gyllenhaal as Dalton, Danielle McQuire as Ellie, Conor McGregor as Knox, Billy Magnuson as Ben Brandt, Jessica Williams as Frankie, B.K. Cannon as Laura, Joaquim Del Almeida is the sheriff of the town, and Hannah Love Lanier is Charlie. She's a younger, newer actress coming out onto the scene. And I will say that in an overall sense, this movie was better than I was anticipating it to be. Now, do I think that it's better than the original Roadhouse? Um, I'm going to admit I'm a bit slanted and viewed because I've watched that movie many, many, many times, and being it is the highest viewed video here at Tully Television, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Um, of course, I have a special affinity for that movie, but I'm not going to deter the good things that this movie did in honor of that movie. I felt like that this movie did take that primary material and try to pay homage to it. And I'm very grateful for that because I just think that you don't really get that too much in current, current day or anything like that. Hold on a minute, I just want to grab something. Sorry, I just wanted to get my drink here. But yeah, I think that this movie really tried to pay homage to that original movie. Now I'm gonna go through the plot and tell you some of the differences and similarities with this movie. Jake Gyllenhaal's character Dalton in this particular movie is an ex-UFC fighter who is currently retired, and what he is doing is going around the fight circuit at some of these uh, bars and clubs that have fight clubs in it, and makes his money that way. We open up with one of these particular scenes, and Post Malone is in it, and he won a fight, and then when Dalton comes in and takes off his hoodie and everything, his character's like, no, 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 I'm out, peace, and you're like, he just took out a guy bigger than him, but this guy, yes, is shredded, but he's not even going to take a chance on fighting him, and Dalton wins by default. As Dalton is leaving, he's approached by some guy who is mad that he lost money in that fight, betting, and he went to go stab Dalton, and Dalton just looks at the knife and he's like, did you think this through? And the guy takes off because, like, what type of nut job gets poked and then just keeps the knife in there like it's nothing? But this is when he's approached by this character, Frankie. She owns a bar down in the Key West area of Florida and wants him to come and wrangle some of these miscreants at her bar. And he eventually decides to go when he failed to Minecraft himself at a train station, at a train track crossing there, and decided that he still wanted to breathe, so to speak. So he takes a bus down there. This is when we meet Charlie and her father. They run a bookstore there, and she's very much about reading books and kind of comparing her life to, certain types of stories and everything like that. And we learn that it's just basically her and her father running this bookstore. He's got to go have another job too because, bookstore's really not making in a bunch of money. And so as she's running it, the father's out making a paycheck somewhere else. The character Ben Brandt is our villain of the movie. He is deciding to buy all the property at this particular area so that he can build a housing development and make a ton of money. But the last holdout is Frankie and her bar called the Roadhouse. And now, that's kind of, I'm gonna take this time to kind of explain that. The bar that was in the original movie was called the Double Deuce, and the owner of that bar wasn't a woman; it was an old man. Uh, Still wanting him to come and basically uh, take care of the miscreants in the bar. Uh, Dalton in the original movie was not a UFC fighter, but more of just didn't really explain how he knew how to do all these cool moves. He just was a very Zen like master, reading philosophy and this and that, and knew how to fight. And the main villain of that movie too was another old man by the name of Wesley. Here it's Ben Brandt is a young man, so to speak, around 30 years old. Laura, one of the bartenders in the Roadhouse, kind of is a cool little character because she, at one point, tugs on Dalton's heartstrings a little bit, saying that, she wants to have faith in this bar and feel like her life can be stable, but she's not sure if that who can help them, but if no one can help them, she's going to wind up having to leave. Everyone wants to help the Roadhouse. Everyone wants to be part of the Roadhouse, but because of Ben Brandt sending these guys in to destroy consistently the Roadhouse, you can only replace stuff so many times. You can only be beat up, your staff and this and that, so many times before they're like, it's too much. I worked at a store that was kind of like that. A store where it was like consistent fights, fist fights, violence, threaten to violate you as a cashier. It's crazy. The world is crazy. The sheriff of the town is corrupt and working with Ben Brandt. Dalton does meet Ellie, a doctor, after the first night he showed up at the Roadhouse and beat some fellas up. One of the lines that I enjoyed was when the doctor asked him, Ellie, do you like fighting or whatever? Do you like winning? And he said, like, no one wins in a fight. And that was something Patrick Swayze had said in the original movie. I was like, okay, all right, Jake did a very cool job trying to play that nonchalant air of confidence, cool guy. He looked shredded in this movie. Like, that boy was shredded cheese in this movie. Not that he's a boy. But yeah, the fights were so well done in the sense of the choreograph of them and everything. Conor McGregor in here had gotten called from the father to go help the son, Ben Brandt. And the only thing I would find a little over the top for Conor McGregor is kind of the way he was walking in the movie. He kind of had like a Mr. McMahon power walk to him, and I expect Conor McGregor to kind of have something like that going on. But it was a little distracting sometimes. But he was really excellent in this movie too. In this movie, Ellie, instead of the doctor, because her and Dalton wound up falling in love, instead of the doctor being involved with the villain romantically like it was in the first movie, her father's the sheriff and part of the corruption, and she left and recently came back, but wanted to make her mother proud of her by coming back and showing her father that she was going to stand for the corruption and continue her career as a doctor. Um, Ultimately, Dalton wins the day, of course, and the final fight between him and Conor McGregor was great. I think that this was the perfect over-the-top action movie that we've been missing and craving. And I'm not saying it's better than Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze or the best action film ever made, but this was definitely better than anticipated, and I think that you guys should check it out. I'm definitely going to give this like a 3.5 out of 5, a 7 out of 10, however you want to equate it to. I think it's definitely worth sitting down with a tub of popcorn and a beer and a soda pop or whatever. I think that this movie is even uh, good as a date night with someone. I was very pleasantly surprised with this, and um, yeah, I just wish that more remakes, if they're going to be remade, these things can kind of be like this, where it's paying homage to the original movie, adding their own little twists to it, and still being in premise and in spirit what that original material was trying to portray and be. And this was that perfect cheesy action movie, perfect lines, um, great fight scenes. The actors look great in it physically. It's everything that you could be looking for. And even the young actress in here that plays Charlie is someone that I can see going places in Hollywood. Um, that's my opinion. That's my review on Roadhouse. You let me know down below if you enjoyed this movie. Which do you prefer? Obviously, I prefer Patrick Swayze's version better, but I explained why earlier. And don't ever stop roadhousing, okay, guys? And until next time, peace.